The other thing that's a bit of a wild card, as I talk to Democrats and Republicans, Nancy, is the midterms. We saw House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, I'll call her the other Nancy. She announced that she's going to be running for reelection. I wonder, of course, I know that you're the chief White House correspondent now, but you spent a lot of time on Capitol Hill. What do you think went into her decision? Do you think that means that she's going to stay on as speaker for longer? Talk a little bit about what you think went into this.
Well, she has promised that she will step down as the leader of her party at the end of this term. It's a promise she made 4 years ago. I was there when she made it. And that was because you had younger members of the Democratic Party in the House were frustrated, who felt that there were all these older members who had a lock on all of the big party leadership positions in the House. And so she basically made that vow in order to get the support of some of those younger members to keep her leadership of the party in the House and of course, the speakership. But she has said that she will step down at the end of this term. Now, if she were to go ahead and announce right now that she was going to retire, she would immediately be a lame duck. And we saw what happened when Paul Ryan, as Speaker, made a similar announcement. Immediately, there were members of his party who felt even more emboldened to buck his leadership because they said, look, you're a short timer, you're leaving, and they didn't feel as uncomfortable about crossing him. So yes, Nancy Pelosi has announced she is seeking re-election, but she could always change her mind. I mean, she could get very close to the end of this term and announce that she actually is going to leave, and they'd have to hold a special election in her district. She could stick around, win re-election, and then decide to depart. It is very difficult to envision Nancy Pelosi as a rank-and-file member of the Democratic Party in the House, losing her big, majestic suite of offices in the Capitol building and moving into one of those House office buildings there on Independence Avenue, and not, staying in the House, but not serving as a leader the way she does right now. So she would have a very difficult decision to make, but clearly what she's chosen right now, as someone who understands power dynamics in the House better than anyone, is that the best thing for her to do is to announce that she is running for re-election and sticking around.